Welcome to our comprehensive exploration of drug development and production. In this video, we'll take you through the fascinating journey of how new medicines are discovered, tested, and finally brought to the pharmacy shelves. Drug development is a complex, multi-stage process that involves scientific innovation, rigorous testing, and careful manufacturing. It's a story of collaboration between scientists, doctors, and regulatory agencies, all working together to ensure that new treatments are safe and effective. Let's begin by understanding why drug development is so crucial in modern healthcare and what challenges researchers face along the way. Every year, new diseases emerge and existing ones evolve, making the need for innovative medicines more urgent than ever. Drug development addresses unmet medical needs, improves quality of life, and sometimes even saves lives. Researchers constantly monitor global health trends and identify gaps where new treatments are necessary. This ongoing process ensures that healthcare systems can respond to both chronic and acute health challenges. The journey from identifying a medical need to delivering a new drug is long and requires dedication, resources, and expertise. First step in drug development is discovery and research. Scientists explore thousands of compounds, searching for those with the potential to treat specific diseases. This stage involves understanding disease mechanisms, identifying biological targets, and screening chemical libraries. Advanced technologies like computer modeling and high-throughput screening accelerate the process, allowing researchers to pinpoint promising candidates more efficiently. Collaboration between academic institutions, biotech companies, and pharmaceutical firms is essential at this stage, as diverse expertise leads to innovative solutions. Target identification is a critical phase where researchers determine which molecules or pathways in the body are involved in a disease. By understanding these targets, scientists can design drugs that interact specifically with them, increasing the chances of success. This process often involves studying genetics, proteins, and cellular processes. The goal is to find a target that, when modified, can alter the course of the disease without causing significant side effects. This foundational step sets the direction for the entire drug development project. Once a biological target is identified, researchers screen thousands of compounds to find those that interact effectively with the target. These are called lead compounds. Through a combination of laboratory experiments and computer simulations, scientists evaluate the safety, potency, and selectivity of each candidate. The most promising leads are then optimized to improve their properties, such as absorption and stability. This process narrows down the field to a few strong candidates for further development. Before a new drug can be tested in humans, it must undergo preclinical testing. This stage involves laboratory and animal studies to assess the safety and biological activity of the lead compounds. Researchers look for potential toxicity, side effects, and how the drug is absorbed, distributed, metabolized, and excreted. Preclinical testing provides crucial data that helps determine whether a drug is safe enough to move forward in a human trial. Only a small fraction of compounds make it past this rigorous stage. Preclinical results are promising. Researchers submit an investigational new drug (IND) application to regulatory authorities. This application includes all data from preclinical studies, proposed clinical trial plans, and information about the drug's composition and manufacturing. Regulatory agencies review the IND to ensure that human trials can be conducted safely. Approval of the IND marks a significant milestone, allowing the drug to enter clinical testing in humans. ASI clinical trials are the first stage of testing a new drug in humans. These trials typically involve a small group of healthy volunteers and focus on evaluating safety, dosage, and side effects. Researchers closely monitor participants to identify any adverse reactions and determine how the drug behaves in the human body. The primary goal is to establish a safe dosage range and gather initial data on how the drug is absorbed and metabolized. After successful phase I trials, the drug moves to phase II, where it is tested in a larger group of patients who have the targeted disease or condition. This phase aims to evaluate the drug's effectiveness and further assess its safety. Researchers monitor how well the drug works, optimal dosing, and any side effects that occur. Data from phase II trials help determine whether the drug has the desired therapeutic effect and is safe enough for broader testing. ASI clinical trials involve an even larger group of patients, often across multiple locations and countries. These trials compare the new drug to existing treatments or placebos to confirm its effectiveness, monitor side effects, and collect more comprehensive safety data. Successful phase III trials provide the robust evidence needed for regulatory approval. This phase is critical, as it determines whether the drug will be approved for widespread use. Once clinical trials are complete, all data is compiled and submitted to regulatory agencies for review. Authorities like the FDA or EMA evaluate the drug's safety, efficacy, and manufacturing processes. This rigorous review ensures that only drugs meeting strict standards reach the market. Approval is a major achievement, signaling that the drug is safe and effective for public use. The process can take months or even years, depending on the complexity of the data and the drug itself. After regulatory approval, the focus shifts to manufacturing the drug on a large scale. This involves scaling up production from laboratory batches to industrial quantities, ensuring consistency and quality at every step. Manufacturing facilities must meet strict regulatory standards, and every batch is tested for purity, potency, and safety. Efficient production processes are essential to meet demand and keep costs manageable, making the stage both challenging and vital. Quality control and assurance are integral to drug production. Every batch of medicine undergoes rigorous testing to ensure it meets predefined standards for safety, efficacy, and consistency. Quality assurance teams monitor every step of the manufacturing process, from raw materials to finished products. Any deviation from standards can result in a batch being discarded. This meticulous attention to detail protects patients and maintains trust in the healthcare system. Once a drug is manufactured and quality checked, it moves to packaging and labeling. Packaging protects the medicine from contamination and damage, while labeling provides essential information for healthcare providers and patients. Labels include dosage instructions, warnings, and expiration dates. Proper packaging and labeling are critical for patient safety and regulatory compliance, ensuring that medicines are used correctly and effectively. After packaging, medicines are distributed to pharmacies, hospitals, and clinics worldwide. Efficient logistics ensure that drugs reach their destinations quickly and safely, maintaining the integrity of the products. This stage involves careful planning, temperature control, and tracking systems to prevent delays or losses. Reliable distribution is essential for timely patient access to new treatments, especially in emergencies or for life-saving medication. Once medicines arrive at pharmacies, they become accessible to patients. Pharmacists play a crucial role in dispensing drugs, providing guidance on usage and monitoring for potential interactions. Patient access also depends on healthcare policies, insurance coverage, and affordability. Ensuring that new drugs are available and accessible to those who need them is a key goal of the entire development and production process. Even after a drug is approved and available to patients, monitoring continues through post-marketing surveillance. This process tracks the drug's performance in the real world, identifying any rare or long-term side effects that may not have appeared during clinical trials. Healthcare providers and patients report adverse events, and regulatory agencies may update safety information or take action if necessary. Ongoing surveillance ensures continued patient safety and helps improve future drug development. A brand name drug's patent expires, other companies can develop generic versions. Generic drugs must demonstrate bioequivalence, meaning they work the same way as the original. This process involves rigorous testing and regulatory review to ensure safety and effectiveness. Generics increase access to affordable medicines, benefiting patients and healthcare systems worldwide. The development of generics is a vital part of the pharmaceutical landscape. Biologics are complex medicines made from living cells, used to treat conditions like cancer and autoimmune diseases. Biosimilars are highly similar versions of biologics, developed after the original product's patent expires. Developing biosimilars requires advanced technology and strict regulatory oversight to ensure they match the original in safety and efficacy. Biologics and biosimilars represent the cutting edge of modern medicine, offering new hope for patients with challenging diseases. Personalized medicine tailors treatments to individual patients based on their genetic makeup, lifestyle, and environment. Advances in genomics and data analysis allow researchers to develop drugs that are more effective and have fewer side effects for specific groups of people. This approach is transforming drug development, making it possible to target diseases more precisely and improve patient outcomes. Orphan drugs are developed to treat rare diseases that affect small patient populations. Because these conditions are uncommon, drug companies often receive special incentives, such as tax credits and market exclusivity, to encourage research and development. Orphan drugs provide hope for patients with conditions that previously had no effective treatments, highlighting the importance of innovation in addressing all medical needs. Drug repurposing involves finding new uses for existing medicines. Sometimes, a drug developed for one condition is found to be effective for another. This approach can save time and resources as the safety profile of the drug is already known. Repurposing has led to important breakthroughs, especially in areas like cancer and infectious diseases, and continues to be a valuable strategy in drug development. Intellectual property rights and patents are essential in drug development. They protect the investments made by companies in researching and developing new medicines. Patents grant exclusive rights to market a drug for a certain period, allowing companies to recoup their costs and fund future research. Balancing innovation with access to affordable medicines is a key challenge in the pharmaceutical industry. Drug development is a global effort, with researchers, companies, and regulators from around the world working together. International collaboration accelerates innovation, shares knowledge, and helps address global health challenges. Partnerships between public and private sectors, as well as cross-border clinical trials, are common. This collaborative spirit is especially important during health crises such as pandemics, when rapid development and distribution of medicines are critical. Ethical considerations are at the heart of drug development. Researchers must ensure that clinical trials are conducted with respect for participants' rights and well-being. Informed consent, transparency, and the fair selection of subjects are fundamental principles. Ethical oversight by review boards and regulatory agencies helps protect participants and maintain public trust in the process. Designing effective clinical trials is a complex task. Researchers must choose appropriate study populations, endpoints, and methodologies to generate reliable data. Randomized controlled trials are considered the gold standard, but other designs may be used depending on the disease and drug. Careful planning and execution are essential to ensure that results are meaningful and can support regulatory approval. Managing and analyzing data from drug development is a massive undertaking. Researchers collect vast amounts of information from laboratory studies, clinical trials, and post-marketing surveillance. Advanced data management systems and statistical tools help ensure accuracy, integrity, and compliance with regulations. Proper data analysis is crucial for making informed decisions at every stage of development. Risk management is essential throughout drug development and production. Potential risks include safety concerns, manufacturing issues, and regulatory hurdles. Companies develop risk management plans to identify, assess, and mitigate these challenges. Proactive risk management helps ensure the safety of patients and the success of the drug development process. Reliable supply chain is vital for delivering medicines to patients. Supply chain management involves sourcing raw materials, manufacturing, packaging, and distribution. Disruptions can lead to shortages and impact patient care. Companies use advanced logistics and tracking systems to maintain a steady supply of high-quality medicines, even in challenging circumstances. Drug production can have environmental impacts such as waste generation and energy consumption. Companies are increasingly adopting sustainable practices like green chemistry and waste reduction to minimize their environmental footprint. Regulatory agencies also set guidelines for environmental protection. Sustainable drug production benefits both the planet and public health. Advances in automation and technology are transforming drug development and production. Robotics, artificial intelligence, and digital platforms streamline research, manufacturing, and quality control. These innovations increase efficiency, reduce errors, and accelerate the delivery of new medicines. Embracing technology is key to staying competitive in the fast-paced pharmaceutical industry. Continuous improvement is a core principle in drug development and production. Companies regularly review processes, gather feedback, and implement changes to enhance quality and efficiency. This culture of improvement drives innovation and ensures that patients receive the best possible treatments. Learning from past experiences and adapting to new challenges keeps the industry moving forward. Modern drug development increasingly focuses on patient-centric approaches. This means involving patients in research, considering their needs and preferences, and designing treatments that improve their quality of life. Patient feedback helps shape clinical trials, regulatory decisions, and post-marketing surveillance. Putting patients at the center of the process leads to better outcomes and greater satisfaction. Pharmacovigilance is the science of monitoring, assessing, and preventing adverse effects of medicines. It involves collecting and analyzing data from healthcare providers, patients, and clinical studies. Effective pharmacovigilance systems help identify safety issues early and protect public health. This ongoing process is essential for maintaining the safety and trustworthiness of medicines. Compliance with regulations is mandatory at every stage of drug development and production. Regulatory agencies set strict standards for safety, efficacy, and quality. Companies must document every step, undergo inspections, and respond to audits. Noncompliance can result in penalties, recalls, or loss of approval. Adhering to regulations ensures that medicines are safe and effective for patients. Gaining market access and setting prices are important steps after a drug is approved. Companies work with healthcare providers, insurers, and governments to ensure that medicines are available and affordable. Pricing strategies must balance the costs of development with the need for patient access. Transparent and fair pricing supports sustainable innovation and public health. Education and training are essential for everyone involved in drug development and production. Scientists, manufacturers, healthcare providers, and regulators must stay up to date with the latest knowledge and best practices. Ongoing training ensures high standards, reduces errors, and supports innovation. Investing in education benefits the entire healthcare ecosystem. Clear communication and transparency are vital throughout the drug development process. Companies share information with regulators, healthcare providers, and the public to build trust and ensure informed decision-making. Transparency about risks, benefits, and study results helps maintain confidence in new medicines and the industry as a whole. Future of drug development is full of exciting possibilities. Advances in artificial intelligence, gene editing, and personalized medicine are opening new frontiers. Researchers are exploring novel drug delivery systems, digital health tools, and innovative therapies. Staying at the forefront of these trends will help address unmet medical needs and improve patient care for generations to come. Despite remarkable progress, drug development faces many challenges. High costs, lengthy timelines, regulatory hurdles, and scientific uncertainties can slow progress. Companies must navigate complex global markets and adapt to changing healthcare needs. Overcoming these challenges requires collaboration, innovation, and a commitment to improving patient health. Throughout history, drug development has led to life-changing breakthroughs. From antibiotics to vaccines and targeted cancer therapies, these successes have saved millions of lives and transformed healthcare. Each success story is the result of years of research, dedication, and collaboration. Celebrating these achievements inspires future innovation and reminds us of the impact of science on society. Patients are at the heart of drug development. Their participation in clinical trials, feedback, and advocacy drive progress and ensure that new medicines meet real-world needs. Engaging patients throughout the process leads to better outcomes and more meaningful innovations. The ultimate goal of drug development is to improve and save lives, making patients true partners in the journey. Continuous monitoring of drugs after they reach the market is essential for maintaining safety and effectiveness. Healthcare providers, patients, and regulators work together to track outcomes and identify any emerging issues. This ongoing vigilance helps ensure that medicines continue to deliver benefits and that any risks are managed promptly. COVID-19 pandemic highlighted the importance of rapid drug development and global collaboration. Scientists, companies, and governments work together to develop vaccines and treatments in record time. The lessons learned from this experience are shaping the future of drug development, emphasizing the need for agility, innovation, and preparedness for future health crises. Conclusion: drug development and production are complex, collaborative, and ever-evolving processes. From discovery to delivery, each step is guided by science, ethics, and a commitment to patient well-being. As technology advances and new challenges arise, the industry will continue to innovate and adapt. The future holds great promise for new treatments and improved health outcomes, thanks to the dedication of everyone involved in this vital journey.